Yo, what's up? It's Lee DJ Millie. The Cape Bomb. Skata shinty bu stil ma bobolle dope. As vision conscious girls vision so below. Ino pisen in your pulse, yeah, super show. Muta mata microphone, my super flow. Yo, sleep fucking cre, 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 sleep fucking cre.
Everybody, this is your boy DJ Millie,
the Cape Moss.
Welcome to another episode of Praçazul. As you can see, we are not in Morabeza, but we're still in Brockton, Massachusetts. We got our good friend Vargas Monteiro back to the show.
It was a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. And he brought us, he brought a special guest with us today. He has this lady's been in the game for a while. We're gonna find out why she's been in the game for so long and still goes in and out of the spotlight. We have the one and only Tatiana Michel in the house.
Hello everyone.
Welcome, Tati.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Yeah, Tatiana, I have so many questions for you, but we always start at the beginning of this. When did you get into this CV game of music?
To be honest, there wasn't a getting into. I think it was just I was chosen to be a part of it. Yeah, well, I say it that way because music has been a part of my life ever since I can remember. I remember the first song I ever heard. Okay. So, it touched me. It was Stevie Wonder. I just called to say I love you. Yeah, that was, I didn't understand it, but it touched me, and it's something I remember till this day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So when who brought you out? Like when was the first thing that you did with the music?
Well, I mean, I've been singing forever. I remember the very first public appearance was in school way back in the day in CV. And I remember they put me on top of a table because I was so small, people couldn't really see me. So they put me on top. Well, yeah, I gotta so that kind of stood out to me as well, as something I remember, singing to my peers. Nice. And it just kind of stuck with me. And even on my own, music is just, it's just here.
It's there.
Yeah, it's there.
Right.
And my first recording ever was with Mintz Brothers, Ramiro's Mintz.
Oh wow!
At their studio.
Really?
Here in Brockton, actually. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That was the first ever recording, studio experience for me.
Awesome. And
my first album was actually produced by Rutina, who actually I believe just released a new CD of his own.
Okay. Amazing.
So I did that. That was a very cool experience. But I took breaks. I kind of stepped off a little bit, but it never really went away.
Oh, yeah,
for me, it was always there.
When did your first album come out?
Ooh, I believe, I want to say 97, 96.
Okay.
Around that age. I believe I was 16, 17 at the time.
Okay, that was a hot time in the US though.
Yes, it was.
Wasn't that like the times that JJ's and Philly Monteiro and all that was
Stacy.
Yeah, of course.
Vargas' daughter. There was a lot of good. Sandro had a few nice albums.
Where are you from?
My parents are Cape Verdean. I was born in Angola.
Oh,
I lived there for I want to say 6 years. Then I lived in CV for about 5.
Okay.
And then my family, Fogo. And then my family, we moved here, and I've been here ever since.
Ever since.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Now real quick about your album, because I was looking online, because that's the thing with a lot of artists from back then, is that they were just before the social media era. Yeah. So then when you go and try, go and find their stuff, if you're really not from the area or whatever, or really not from that time, it's hard to find it. Like, what was the name of your first album?
My first album was called Imagine.
Imagine, okay.
It was, I believe, 8 or 9 tracks on there. Had a lot of great artists. Mark Gonsalves is on there.
Nice.
Who else? The guitar player there. I know now he's in CV. Luis Cantones is on there. He's a great guitarist.
Okay.
Diki was part of it. And there's a lot of other names that are not coming to mind right now, and I apologize for that.
Nah, that's alright. That's alright.
Only 16 years old?
Yeah, I want to say 16, 17.
Wow,
that's amazing.
With an album, that's
it was
big,
a great experience. It was a lot of work. Took a lot of dedication, but it was worth it.
That's
But
huge.
she started too young with the same style as me.
Yeah.
With those music talent shows.
Those
Yeah.
for real?
Same
Oh, you
exact-
started with the talent show as well?
Yeah, we did. That's something else we have in common.
We
Yeah,
have
so I
that in
started-
common ever since.
And I
earlier.
appreciate the fact that they still kept it going because you find a lot of great.
You
great
find a lot of talent,
and,
yep, out there.
it helps a lot of people to find their way as well.
That's true.
Because sometimes you just don't know until you kind of get immersed into something.
Okay. And how much were you involved in your album? Was it because a lot of especially younger artists, either they get introduced and people get in, produce for them, write for them, whatever. But were you involved in everything?
I wasn't involved as far as lyrics went, and I was okay with that because it was my first. I
You
didn't
was
feel
very
that
young,
what I
yeah.
had to say at the time was, maybe important enough, or maybe I wasn't. How do I say, expressing myself the way that I would prefer to. So a lot of the writing as far as lyrics and some of the melody, Drew Peanut, was responsible for that. But the beats, the influences, things that I liked and I didn't like, I was very much a part of that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
That's your own style,
Yeah. What's your favorite style in the Cape Verdean music? Is it the kizomba more?
Well, this whole kizomba thing is like, this is new and it starts a lot of controversy.
I know.
I love music. I like any type, every type. If it touches me in a certain way,
I know.
I don't have to understand it. It just has to kind of reach me.
Yeah, true.
I love all, even our music. I love it all. I have Marna, Funana, but I did everything. I love it all.
So
everything.
if you get into making a new album, you're gonna put that in?
I would like to, interject little things here and there, but in my own way. I don't want to feel like it has to be a, full-blown coladera or full-blown this or,
that.
just to kind of, if it makes me feel good and I like it and I see that other people are kind of reacting the same way, it would be something that I would go with because chances are other people are gonna enjoy it as well.
Exactly. No, but I like that. Yeah.
When is the album coming?
It's coming.
Awesome.
But again, I'm not rushing. I'm taking my time. I want to make sure that the things I want to say are, portrayed right. I've grown, obviously. I'm not, that teenager.
Yeah.
I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm closer to 40 than I am to teenagers.
Please put that in your music, though, because a lot of people.
There's other things that you want to talk about.
Exactly. That's really
It's
great.
gonna be something totally different now.
Yeah. I don't want it to be this influence or that influence. I just want it to be me. I don't want to rush it. I want to feel good about it. And when it comes out, I hope that it reaches people in the same way that it made me feel creating it.
It will.
But it's coming. It's in the works.
Are you doing something with this guy right here?
Oh my gosh.
I know you guys have. You guys have that.
He will definitely be part of it.
Because Tatiana Michel was her backing vocals.
Her back vocals.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
She made it sweeter.
See?
She knew exactly how I wanted it.
So how you gonna make it? You gonna make it sweeter too?
Of course, I'll do the best to answer to her the same way. She's been a great musician, a great vocalist for a while, and I'm glad that she's back in the spotlight. And I always used to tell her, you gotta get back in the game.
Definitely.
Until a few years back, she started coming back.
Yeah.
And now she's full grown, and I hope that with her career as well, that it takes that same.
Definitely.
Appreciated.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from him too.
Oh, really?
We learned from each other.
Everybody learns.
He was a band
do
together
that?
and everything, so.
Yeah, still to this day though, like even in the studio when we're doing stuff together now, we're always encouraging each other. I'm like, I think you can do that better.
Yeah,
you definitely can.
Yeah.
And when you've been around someone for so long, you kind of adapt
Yep.
to them and you know where they can go.
Yeah, exactly.
So he does the same for me. And I always ask for opinions. How was that? What do you think? You think I can do it better? And you have to if you want to get better and you want to advance.
Definitely.
And take it quote unquote serious because a lot of us in our community, we say we want to take it serious, but we don't.
It's
and
tough,
we have to, at least to a certain level, if you want people to.
And Vargas is he's always honest, so he's gonna give you like, this is great. This is maybe this is different. So that's awesome. What's your favorite memory in music? Because you've done backing, you've done featurings, you've done your own album. But what is, if you think about it, like from all the experiences that you had, what's your favorite memory of it?
My favorite, I would have to say, it is not even including one of my shows. I would have to say meeting Bana when I was a little girl. I remember he went to Fogo to perform, and my parents you know, obviously said it was okay. So I didn't even have a chair. There wasn't a chair, so I just sat on the floor in the front row, and I watched.
That's really Cape Verdean.
He was like watching. Not, I wouldn't say God. You know, maybe that's the wrong thing to say.
In music,
you know, 5 years old, and you're you know, looking at this like great figure of Cape Verdean music. That always comes to mind. Always. I've had great moments, great moments. Like meeting Grace was awesome. Working with Zé Carlos and Jorge Neto, and this is what I posted something on my Facebook page, and I said dreams do come true. You know what I mean? You just have to believe it hard enough and work for it, because it's not going to come to you. You have to go to
work for it.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. No, Bana, that's huge, yo. I've never met any of those, yo. Never met Cesaria, Bana, Ilo. Not even Tifurish I did meet one time. I met him once, so that was an amazing.
I actually have been to his restaurant in Portugal. And we did a few songs, few songs together too.
That's nice.
Him with Luis Moraes.
Oh my gosh,
we actually was on stage together on India Point one time.
Wow.
Those are the stuff that always stays with you.
No, but that's what we gotta teach these kids, that that's a big deal. That's like a huge deal for you guys to meet Bana and all that stuff. You know, it's like meeting Madonna or any of those.
It's the equivalent in our community.
That's amazing. That's amazing, yo. That's amazing. Why hasn't there been any? Because you got Tatiana, Isidora, Juscelia, Ingrid. And what I've noticed is that you guys work a lot. You guys are letting these guys win, but you guys are not working like with each other too much. What is that like? Is that something that you've seen or something that you've noticed?
I've noticed it, but I wouldn't say. I would say it's just a thing that's in our community. And even if it's by default or it's purposely, it's just something that's kind of embedded in us. And as of late, since I've came back, so to say, I've been speaking to a lot of people about the very same thing. I feel like a lot of us don't really support each other. We want to, we say we want to, but when it really comes down to it, then support is not always being that positive, oh, you're so great. Support also means like, you need to work on this, you need to work on that, and I feel like a lot of us were not ready for that. We're not that open. So we're okay with taking the positive in, but the negative, which is what's going to help you grow, because that's when you're going to realize where your weak points are, we have to be willing to take that as well. So I think it's culturally is just something that's within us, I feel.
It's really
and
weird,
it doesn't allow you to kind of grow further, because you know you're kind of enclosed, and if you don't know any better, you're not going to do any better. You know what I mean? I'm not pointing fingers. It's not any one person's fault. But it's just a community thing, because it happens with everything. It's not just with music that I've noticed. I've noticed it. There's some of us, we're great, we're supportive, we do this, we do that, but then, you know, there's
no, but that's what I mean, because when I see, you know, I see Ingrid working with Vargas, with Sandro you, but Juscelia works with you, works with Sandro, works with this one, Isidora, the same thing. But when it comes to each other, you would think that there's a personal problem there, but it's not. It's just basically it just doesn't happen, which is crazy, because you would have a hit, Ingrid would have a hit.
I think you bring a good point, because imagine if you got 4 or 5 of these great female vocalists working together.
It would be amazing.
Exactly.
It would be amazing.
Good point right there. Because you know, I work with male vocalists as well, and we help each other. We help each other.
You guys have the hits with each other.
It's not because they don't want to. It's just maybe it just happens naturally. But if they really sit to think and talk about it, I think they can really benefit from it, because you know, they're female voices, great female voices, but if they brainstorm and try to see what can they do to bring their project and their music even further, it's going to benefit.
No, I hope so, because we've had Ingrid, we've had Kimberly here. Of course, I've spoken to Juscelia, I've spoken to Isidora as well, and they're all like, yeah, I would love to do that. And I'm like, why don't you guys do it?
Most of us are really good friends. Well, in my case, I would say, you know, when it comes with Nadia and Ingrid and myself and Melise, we're really, really tight. We're friends. It's not just the music. We care about each other. Like, we care about each other's lives.
That's awesome.
And when it comes to working, we were part of, Nadia just recorded a live album which should be coming out soon, and Ingrid and I were a part of it, and it was a great experience. And if it wasn't for something that someone else wanted to do and wanted to include us in, I would have never been a part of a live recording. I didn't know what that was all about. You know, you got to do songs a couple of times and things, you know, until things are tight. But it's a different experience. Oh, it was with the live band. Everything was recorded. You know, all of that. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience, and I wouldn't have had that if it wasn't for someone who shares that love of music and wanted to go a different route. Like, I would prefer to do the studio thing. She wanted to do live, which is great. It was awesome, and I loved it. I will remember it forever. But it's just not something that I would do myself.
You would do. Okay, awesome.
That's a good experience.
Oh, it was awesome.
Like
great
said,
musicians.
You learn from each other.
All the time.
Okay. So with you know, with the topic, the International Day of Women, I mean, we're going to get into the event that you know, that Vargas and his team has set up for us. I do have this question that I have to ask. You know, I mean, you being a woman in this game, is it tough? Like, do you feel that extra weight, or especially, you know, how it is the climate right now with women rights and equality and everything like that, and everything coming out?
I know exactly what you're asking, but to answer that question, you know, at my point of view, I've been involved in music my whole life. I don't remember a time where I haven't been, except when I took that, you know, little 10-year gap, something like that. But, you know, I still did my own thing at home. I mean, it can be a little bit tough depending on the person. For me, growing up, I grew up around a lot of males. So I kind of know what the male environment is, sort of, kind of. It definitely, it gives you tougher skin. There's people that, looking from the outside in, they would think like, oh, you know, how can they do it? How can these? But the thing is, the truth is, they don't understand that talking about the whole female-male thing, the males that are involved and the males that truly care for the females that are in the industry, they are not disrespectful.
I've noticed that though.
You know, they're not disrespectful. They might have, you know, the guys talk, they have their thing that they do, but it's not directed towards any particular person. That's just part of the environment. And females, we have it as well. Because when a group of females get together, you know, there's a lot of, you know, things that go on. So it might be tough for some people, just, you know, depending on how they are and the person that they are. For me, I feel like it can be a little bit, because some people, I mean, we're just people. We can't be perfect all the time. And when those things did or do happen, I make sure to know, like, this is wrong, this is not okay. Make sure you don't do it again, because it'll be a problem. I'm a nice person. I want the world to be happy at all times. But as soon as you press that button and you kind of, you know, make the BITCH come out, then you're gonna know. You know what I mean? You have to have that tough, you know, stern side to you as well.
Do you have any kids?
I do. I have 2 boys.
I met one of your boys.
Probably Tamaric.
The older one, the one that looks like his daddy a lot.
Yes. So we have 2 boys, and I also have a stepson who is 18.
Awesome. So no girls?
No girls, all boys. I have nieces. God bless me with a lot of nieces, which is okay.
How do you prepare your boys for all this fast stuff that's going on right now? I mean, I was talking to like one of my younger cousins, and they don't even like ask girls out anymore. It's just, what's your Facebook? What's your name? I remember sweaty palms and like, oh my God, I gotta ask this girl out. But they just type it out and that's it.
But it's easier like that though.
It is.
I did in Cape Verdean.
If you get rejected, it's easier that way. You're not face to face, so I can.
Now it's easier.
It is.
Well, like a question, Mike. You said you stopped for 10 years, right?
I did.
What made you come back? Like the inspiration, where it came?
It's just that something was missing. You know, like that. I can't put my finger on it and be like, this is exactly what it was. But I felt like slowly a part of me was kind of just being chipped away.
So
you know, very slowly. It's not that the music was a part of my life every day. I sang every day. I listened to music every day. But sharing that with other people, not just other musicians, but just sharing my love of music and how it makes me feel, and hopefully kind of portraying that and making other people feel the same way, that was missing. The creative part, like when I think of songs and I think of lyrics or I think of certain melodies, that was missing. So, you know, I said, you know, it's time. My children were older. It was a time where I felt like, okay, I can kind of slowly get back into it. And now I'm just back. I'm here.
Bro, like people always like, hey, you have to come back. Like,
oh, I got that all the time. What's going on?
Let's go back in the studio.
You're not doing anything, and the other part of it too was just kind of our culture and dealing with our people. I feel like now it's a little bit better. There's more support. There's more respect than back then. I don't know if maybe Vargas, you can understand where I'm coming from. So I got to the point where I felt like I was just in a revolving door. Nothing was really happening. You know, and I felt that, you know, it would be best for me to spend that time with my family. Spend it with my children.
No, because I mean, people don't.
Now.
I am definitely.
More balance.
Yeah, it's there.
That's
you know, the balance is there. Yeah.
I always said, like, until musician realizes that, you know, we have a lot to do with it in terms of working more close with each other, supportive of one another, supportive, like she said. It's not only giving you a tap in the back, because that sometimes could be just a tap in the back.
Definitely.
You know, it's helping each other on producing better quality work. Because that, once you have a better quality work, you could demand things. You cannot demand things to happen in your favor if you're not putting enough quality time to do quality work. And so people who's gonna receive that product is gonna say, well, this is worth my support. So I'm not saying that we're not producing that, but I think we can do more production in quality, and we need to stop this thing when people sometimes give you criticism. We need to be able to take it and
sometimes not a bad thing.
Exactly. I'm not gonna accept someone looking at me and saying, you know, you're bad. You're a bad singer. I'm not gonna accept that. But when somebody hears me singing and calls me and tells me, well, you need to do a little better on this, and you know, I'll take that in consideration because I'm close to, you know, a couple more years from now is gonna be 25 years singing professionally, recording. I wouldn't even call it professionally because, you know, I do it for the love, but I am not dedicating 100% to it. I call it a profession when I am dedicated to it and trying to make a living out of it. And I am not against people who do, because it's if I had opportunity, and I would do it because I'd be doing something I love and making money out of something I love. So it's a win-win situation. But you know, anything that can make make my music or my product better, I'm open for it. I'm open for it, and until we open that mind and try to help each other and get more productive and more quality work in that field, you know, we're not going to change the game.
No, it just, I'm telling you, man, it just needs to be, there has to be a certain connection there that gets set, because I see, because of the show, we see a lot of different talents come. We talk to a lot of people about production, filmmaking, this and that. And then I talk to a lot of artists out here, and they want to go to, they want to go to Portugal to shoot a video. They want to go there to and I'm like, there's so much talent here. If you guys just connect with each other, it costs you less money, and everybody will come up, and people from Portugal will want to come here and shoot videos. You feel?
Like you should have in Boston or New York.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the other thing too that I feel plays, well, I know it still plays into my music career. Just recently, I did something with Dennis Grassa. And
shout out to Dennis Grassa.
Yes,
definitely.
Always. And I noticed that there were some people there, in the audience, that were people that I've known my whole life, But I also remember these were the same people that, as a child, when I did when I started singing, or I started being a little more public. Oh, you know, even Tatiana sings now.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody's. Oh, I've known her forever, so they feel like if they know you, though you can't be good at this, or you can't be a good, you know, bike rider, for example, or you know, you can't be a stand-up comedian, or so. Oh, you know, even Vargas. Oh, tem Vargas, você canta, nunca achei Vargas desse menino. You know, those types of things.
Demoralizing.
And that plays a huge part.
It's true. It's a difference. Dia das Mulheres. Am I saying it right? People say my Cape Verdean is a little weird. Dia das Mulheres. All right. International Day of Women, right?
Yep.
So it's, you know, it's a global day to celebrate like equality of women. What made you do the show for that? What does it mean to you personally doing the show?
Well, first of all, I wanna take this opportunity to thank you guys for this chance of bringing not only Tatiana and showcase her, because you know you guys are doing an amazing job showcasing us local artists, and we need to promote you guys as well.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And also my partners in this new adventure that we are doing. I've told you guys last time that promotion of artists was going to be something coming soon.
Definitely.
So this is the starting point.
Awesome, man. I love it.
Me and my friend Augusto, who is a great musician too, and Marcelo, one of the guys that we started early ages too with the Pioneiros to the Mundo Canta.
Nice.
Same exact thing that me and her did, and a lot of other musicians.
Okay.
So we were talking about the opportunity of doing events together as a team, and we said what better than the upcoming March, celebrating the International Day of Women, and what do they mean to us?
Exactly.
You know, they're everything to us. They are mom, they are sisters, they are daughters, they are girlfriends, they are wives.
Some of them are even dads.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, moms and dads.
Right, yeah.
So we need to value them every single day of our lives, not only on that specific date. I mean, obviously it's a date that celebrates them, but they should be celebrated every single day.
Definitely.
So you know, we started talking about it, and we said that's the best way to start our event and our promotion career, if you can call it.
Exactly.
And hopefully it's gonna give us an opportunity to open doors for even greater events in the future. And we, with the talent that we have, with the female vocals that we have locally, it made everything so simple, you know, so simple to put together and know that we're gonna deliver to our local community a great show, and for them too, to see how great of talent they have in this community. They should promote their talent locally. I'm not even bringing this outsiders insiders dilemma. This is not what it is, because I don't think that we should say artista de fora, artista de dentro. Artistas e artistas, artista de fora, artista de dentro. But you know, we cannot forget the talent that we have right here in our house, and we cannot think that they are here only when we need to do fundraisers and say, I need you to come and sing a song, can you help?
That's very
and they'll be like, yeah, I'm here. And I am an example of that. Every time there's fundraise, every time there's a great cause, they call me and I say, yep, put me on. Put me on, I'm there. Put me on, I'm there. Put me on, I'm there. But I never get called to be like, I have an event and I want you to sing at this event. Please tell me what your situation is, and so we can work. You know, so that needs to be worked on. You know, like I said before, artists, we need to work more closely. We need to value each other.
Definitely.
But you know, we need to also look at the promotion, producing part of the events too. They need to really see locally what can they do too, and I think that if they put it together properly, they will benefit much more from it as well. And so we decided to start this and let's see where it takes us. But we wanna help our local artists, and in the future work with artists from out there as well, and work together, because this is not a dividing the Cape Verdean artists, because we are all Cape Verdean artists. It doesn't mean if you're in Iceland, if you're in China, if you're in America or Cape Verde, it doesn't matter.
No, but it's that's why I love the fact that an artist is, you know, of course you're he's still a great artist, people, just so you know.
Thank you.
But he's also doing the promoting side of it, which is, you know how much it costs to be an artist. So then you know how much you can basically say, hey, we all need to make money, and it's not. And a lot of times the promotion was, oh yeah, that's too much money, or this is too much money. It's like, how do you want us to get better? How do you want an artist to grow?
If you don't value
better? If you don't value them, definitely. No, I totally agree with that.
You're trying to do that like every year, or you?
Well, we're thinking of doing at least 3-4 events a year. You know, every 3 months, be able to promote events of this nature, different types, with different people, with the combinations of females and males vocals. So it's not gonna be, you know, just this event or working on this specific event every year. Next year, you know, around this time, maybe other group will do it. You know, we're not gonna say, oh, we're gonna do International Days of Women every single year. No, that's not what we're here for. We started it with this event because it made more sense. We wasn't ready, for example, to do February event. So we said March is the next topic that would come, is our great female vocals, the Woman International Day of Women. It all blended in, it fit perfectly. So,
but one thing we forget, we have to tell them when it is, where it is.
It's gonna be in 2 weeks. March 3rd at 7 o'clock. March 3rd, 7 o'clock. At Santana on Crescent Street in Brockton, Mass. And we have 9 great female vocals: Jusela, Melisse, Janice, Lucinha, Isidora, Tatiana, who's by my side, Nadia, Vanusa, Guti.
Man, you got them all, man. See how good he is?
Janice too.
It's like a song, Nah, that's definitely.
I mean, if you do not participate, you don't know what you're missing.
You're gonna miss a great show.
Please show up and support. I'm definitely excited because I know most of the people, but I'm still excited to hear what are they singing, how are they gonna modify things a little, because we all have our little flavor in our own little, seasoning. So I'm definitely excited.
Tickets is just $40 with dinner included. It's a gala dinner.
Awesome. Where can they buy tickets?
They can buy tickets in Boston at Afonso at Restaurant Cesaria. In Brockton, you could get it at Sorati Barbershop. You could get it at Cardozo Enterprise. You could get at the barbershop right beside Cardozo Enterprise. You could get it Dominguez Hair Salon. You could get it at Marvelous Cuts with Alex, my cousin. You could get it from me, from Marcelo and Augusto, and also all the girls that's singing. They have tickets too for family member and friends that's interested. Please reach out to us. So.
No excuses. We're gonna Praçazul is gonna be there. So
exactly. We're gonna try to make it memorable.
Definitely.
We're gonna try to do it, you know, the best possible. For not only for these girls to show them that we value them, and for the community as well to have a great night. Is going to be our host is going to be Sandra and Valdir.
Oh, nice.
You know,
they do a great job.
You know, we're going to have you guys there. We're going to have 2 more teams there doing photography and all, because we want to keep. We're gonna keep records, memories of these first events done by AMV production. And
in the time that I gotta ask that. In the time, you know, in this time where branding is everything.
Yeah, right, branding is everything.
What is AMV? What does that stand for?
Augusto, Marcelo, and Vargas. That was easy. That was easy.
It sounds fancy.
I know.
events.
It fits. How long, this is going to be the first time the three of you did it?
Well, we've worked in the past together, not officially, but we worked together.
Okay.
For example, when I had my show last year before I went to Cape Verde, I had a show at Cesaria. It was me, Augusto, and Marcelo that did. Augusto did the music part of the show, and Marcelo, helped me with doing the organization of the event.
Okay.
So we've been working together in the past, not official form.
Right now.
But now we sat down, we put our ideas together, and and we're gonna try to do something good for our community and music as a whole.
Another thing, one more thing that I want to ask you. The band. Tell me something about the band, because the band, people we always talk about the artists, and then we leave the band in the back,
it's gonna be, they're gonna be the heart of it all too, because we have the great female vocals, but the people behind them, they always say that the people behind you is what's really gonna make you shine, and the band, and like you said, the band is important. And Augusto is our band director.
Shout out to Augusto, definitely.
Yeah, and he's gonna be also doing the sound. And then we have Manu Pires. His brother is gonna be the drummer.
Nice.
He's one of the upcoming great drummers, and his way of working, humble, eager to learn, always listens to you when you tell him something, he's gonna take it in, and that's, if you want to advance, you need to have that.
Yeah, that's the best way.
And then you have Inácio Carvalho on percussion.
Nice.
Zé Bass is gonna be on bass. And then Diki, Afonso Tavares Diki is gonna be our guitar player.
Okay.
And
that's a full-on band.
Kusa. We got Kusa Yamaguchi on sax. We're gonna have a full band.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing.
And then we had Dennis Mata, who's gonna be on the ukulele, cavaquinho, but he cannot make it. So we switched to a new member. I cannot tell you the name because that's Augusto's field,
Oh, okay,
But we are gonna have a cavaquinho there, because we're gonna have different style of music. We're gonna have modernas, we're gonna have coladeiros traditional, we're gonna have commercial music. So it's gonna be a blend of everything.
That's amazing.
So we're gonna have a full band, and
that's important to know too, because there's nine girls, nine different ones.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
But guess what though? You know why those 9 girls?
Yeah. Why?
9 islands of Cape Verde.
I didn't even
and I'm gonna represent Santa Lucia.
Okay. That's smart.
Are you stepping on stage today?
Of course.
I am gonna open the show for them.
Oh, okay.
I am the only one. I mean, I'm gonna open the show with one song, just
to bless the mic and then go.
Exactly, bless the mic and then.
What a great person to bless the mic.
Right, the perfect one.
How do you feel about this event, being a woman?
Well, I know some people are probably going to be like, I am more excited for the people that I'm going to be working with. I always look forward to who's going to be a part, not just the other 8 girls, but the actual musicians.
Definitely.
I look forward to going into practice. I look forward to learning from these people every single time.
Exactly.
Because to me, every practice is my personal practice. It's a personal experience, but it's a personal practice for me as well, for me to get better. Every time I do something, I want to get better, and I try to kind of soak up a little bit from all the musicians, not just the girls. They're great. I'm looking forward to them as well.
Yep.
I can't wait to just be standing there, just enjoying their music and their voice and their talent. But it's exciting to know that you're going to be working with people that are so talented, with people that are willing to listen to each other and create and then come up with something that's special, because every show is just that one show. You can't go back and redo it. So, the preparing for it, because the show comes and goes so quick.
I know.
It's like that, before you know it, the night is over. But you know, that time you get to preparing, it makes you better as a musician, but it also, it helps us individually to get closer to each other, and that creates a certain environment that in return creates better music.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. Yes. Enjoy the journey, people. You see that?
Yes.
It's not just the destination.
It was hard to create this event.
Well, no, it wasn't that hard at all. And then when I hear people say that, you know, it's hard to work with musicians from America, it's not true.
It's not true.
It's not true because, you know, maybe because I am a musician, it could. I may be looking at it differently, but and I know probably 99.9% of our local musicians, maybe that facilitated it all, but it wasn't hard. You know, what we did is we sat down and we named a few. We had more artists than what we presented that day. We had like around 12 or 13 names on the plate. And then we talked about it, me and Marcelo and Augusto, we talked about it and see exactly what we needed from that 12 you know, for that night. And then we called them. When we identified the 9 that we needed, we called them, and you know, they all within a few days. Some said yes right in that moment. Some took a couple of days to answer, but you know, it was quick. And about 3-4 weeks ago, we already had all the music ready. The band director and all the musicians have the music, so we coordinated it properly, so that we are not running last minute to, you know, and like last minute still working on who's gonna be singing. You know, and obviously the other girls that we had in mind, we already trying to work on our next event.
Exactly.
A smaller event though, we're just gonna have the opportunity of bringing those other girls that could not participate on this one and do another event, maybe in a couple months, maybe 2 to 3 months.
Sounds good.
Around the summer.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So you just vou querer fazer, vou fazer.
Yeah.
Exato. Não, primeiro não tá falando, até teve uma discussão há tempos ali na Facebook sobre aquele tema ali, and I said, well, have you tried it?
Exactly.
Have you tried to work with doing a big show like this with local artists and see how the outcome is going to be? Have you tried it? If you haven't tried it, please do not tell me that it doesn't work.
Exactly.
You have to try it, and then if it fails you once, you gotta give it another try. You know?
Yeah, why not?
You know, I'm hoping that this is gonna be an amazing event, that's gonna be a success. But if it's not, we're gonna keep on going at it. You know,
that saying? They say if you fall 7 times, get up 8.
You gotta get out.
Yeah, definitely.
So
you're being the solution. You're being the solution. You know, one final message that you have for the people.
To make sure that they get to the event on time. Why? Because if they don't get to the event on time, then we're gonna have to either stretch it, which I'm pretty sure, you know, the regulation is not gonna allow us, or we're gonna have to cut from our program. We don't want to cut anything.
So people, here it is, March 3rd, Saturday. 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Okay.
American time.
We got
Santana.
We got Tatiana there. We got Melissa, Janice, Lucinha, Juscelia, Isidora, Nadia, Vanusa, and Guti.
Yes.
We got all these ladies for you guys. Make sure you show up. Praçazul is going to be in the house. All right. We want to thank our both guests. We want to thank Vargas Monteiro for letting us come through today, and we want to thank the beautiful Tatiana Michel.
Thank you guys for having me.
For coming through. Alright, this is your boy DJ Millie.
Okay, Carlos.
Thank you for watching Praçazul. We'll see you next time. Alright.
Minha coração surpreendeu e arrancar na hora.